10 games of hoops on a Tuesday night. Boston beats the Knicks in an overtime thriller. OKC gets their revenge on LA. And Giannis just destroys Anthony Edwards. We're going to recap it all for you. My name is Shlomo Stark.
My name is Levi Jacob.
And this is the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. Levi, what an exciting night. Okay, game of the day, Boston versus New York. Boston wins in overtime, 119-17. New York is now 0-9 against Boston, Cleveland, and the Thunder. This one was the most painful one of all those because the other ones, they lost by a lot. Their last meetings in Boston, they won. I have it here. They lost by 23, 27, and 13. So you're just kind of like, oh, okay, they're the better team. But here, we had the game. We had it. We were up 3 in regulation with, 7 seconds left. And we decided not to foul the team that's hit the most threes all season and that takes the most threes all season. And Jason Tatum just had a great move and scored a 3, tied the game. And then in overtime with 40 seconds left, Kristaps hit a 3. And the Celtics win 119-17. Cat played great. Porzingis was great. Tatum was great. Brunson was solid. This one stings, man.
It's almost annoying to watch Porzingis against the Knicks. Like, it's annoying that he has to have a vendetta against the Knicks because whenever he's playing against the Knicks, he seems like the old Knicks version of himself. It's just like, I'm sure for Knicks fans, it's very annoying to watch. Also, I'm still struggling with this name. Mikal Bridges? I think I did it right that time, actually.
Yeah, Bridges, yeah, you nailed it.
Dude, he's regressed again. It's shocking to see from game to game, you know?
Mm-hmm. I'm sad about this game. I want to move on.
Okay. All right.
Next. OKC beats the Lakers 136-120. This game was a lot closer than it seems. With 7 minutes left in the game, Lakers are up 108-107. And Luka Doncic yells at a fan. The ref thinks he's yelling at him and ejects him from the game. And then the Thunder go go on a run of 29-12 and destroy them. But this was a game the entire way, and the score is looks a lot worse than it actually was. The Lakers were right there with them, and this is going to be a really, really, really fun playoff series. That's what this 2-game sample size has showed me.
Speaks to what we were talking about last time when they played. That the ref was very quick to toss Luka. And Luka was like, no, I was talking to a fan. And whether or not he was talking to a fan, the ref was more than eager to give him that second.
He was definitely talking to a fan. There's no debate.
No, but I'm saying either way, like he could have been like.
No, listen, I'm gonna push back on that. He probably said something very, very, very not nice to the fan. And if you're the ref, you can't talk to the ref that way. I'm gonna give you a technical, I'm gonna defend him and say if he said what he said to the ref, he would deserve that technical. However, he wasn't talking to a ref's job is not to make sure that Luka is talking to him and not the fan. Ref heard something addressed to him. He's like, you can't talk to me like that. That's a T. And I think, it was a mistake, that part. I think if the ref knew he was talking to the fan, he wouldn't have given the technical. But I don't think it was a quick to whistle. I think he said something that he shouldn't have said.
Yeah, well, I agree with you.
Wasn't, I didn't say anything wrong. He said, oh, I wasn't talking to you.
Right, but I'm saying I feel like if it was another player, it wouldn't have been the same situation. I think that the reason why I said this was because last time I was talking about how the refs they just don't want to deal with LeBron and Luka and Redick, and I feel like it's it leads to just more emotional reactiveness from the refs. I just feel like if Lou Dort all of a sudden said something to somebody in the stands, I just feel like the ref wouldn't be like, okay, out. It was.
I think it's the opposite. Draymond Green. When you're aggressive with the refs and complain about every call, then they could become desensitized to it, and they're just here he's complaining again and again, and then it actually is in your benefit. They're gonna blow the whistle because they know if the call is close, they're gonna call it a foul because they know they're gonna hear it from you. Like, that happens with Draymond for sure.
Yeah, but I think that depends on the ref also.
I guess, I don't know the ref's name. But I think in general, refs once we're getting into, like, which refs are doing what, like, there goes
No, what
my
I'm saying, but what I'm saying at the same time on the Draymond Green note, right? Like he also has a lot of flagrant. Like
I'm saying I think it's an advantage, not disadvantage. I think the refs actually, like, it's better to do that. Like, I think if Lou Dort screamed what Luka screamed at a ref, he'd also get a technical.
at the ref, but I'm saying the fact that the ref was quick to say that it was at the that he thought it was at him as opposed to like maybe he would have heard Lou Dort out more. That's all.
I don't think so. Disagree. All right, next. Bucks rally from 24 fourth quarter deficit and beat the Timberwolves 110 to 103. Giannis, who's been on a tear, third straight triple double, 23, 13, and 10. Really nice block on Anthony Edwards. Milwaukee has now won its fifth straight. And they snapped Minnesota's 5-game win streak by producing the Bucks' biggest fourth quarter comeback since 1996, when the NBA began tracking play-by-play data. The Bucks had lost the last 276 regular season or playoff games in which they had fallen behind by at least 20 points in the fourth quarter. So that's pretty cool. Giannis is really good. Like, you can never just count him out. Like, that's the thing. I go back and forth on this. He's my most, like, you could tell me that the Bucks will beat the Pacers in 5, and I'll be like, of course. Like, Giannis is the best player on the floor. And you could tell me the Pacers will beat the Bucks in 5 because the Bucks, like, only have Giannis. I'll be like, makes sense. Like, Pacers have a complete team. All they have is Giannis. Like, she's just one of those guys where honestly, nothing would surprise me. Like, let's say, like, it would shock me if the Magic beat the Celtics, or, it would shock me if the Rockets swept the Timberwolves. But, like, with Giannis, I won't surprise if he sweeps, not surprised if he's swept. Like, it's so interesting.
Yeah, I think again as the time goes on with the pod, I think that there's two players whose careers are linked right now, and I think that Jokic operates in the same way, and I think in that mindset they're also both like this is going to be a little bit existential. They're both like disciples of Tim Duncan in that way. Like they're just, you know what you're getting night to night with them very solidly. They're both there, very effective players. Like similarly to Tim Duncan, when he had very good Spurs teams, whatever, some years like they, for some reason, just like had it. And some years, like, I mean, listen, they always were competitors, but I think also with these teams, like it's just like you just wouldn't be surprised if it went one way or the other.
Next, Memphis beats the Hornets 124 to 100. Very significant injury to rookie Jalen Wells. Prayers up for him. He was on the court for around probably like 12 minutes, I think. It was like I don't even know what was going on with him. He did send like a picture from Instagram, so he seems to at least be like alive, but everyone was really scared. Hornets players were freaking out. The entire, like, both training staffs were there. Standing ovation as he was taken off the court with a stretcher. It just feels like we have to mention that because it was a thing.
Right, watching the coverage of it, everybody was stunned. Like even like the announcers, like were like kind of fumbling
A
for what
lot
to
of
say.
dead air. Like, no one
Yeah,
was saying anything.
it was just terrifying to watch. Yeah,
Yeah. So prayers up for him. Next, Golden State and the Clippers both won the games they had to. Golden State beat Phoenix 113-95. Clippers beat the Spurs 122 to 117. I don't really have much to say about either of these games except, like, great job by the teams, doing what they have to. Zubac's at a 24-20, so I just, like, he's like just been great this season. And Curry had like one of those Curry first quarters, and then they just couldn't bounce back. It was like a 15 point, maybe 13 point first quarter, and then the Suns just like never caught up. But basically, Memphis, who I mentioned earlier, Clippers and Golden State all get the victory they needed. Minnesota does not. They lose to Milwaukee, which now puts them like a game behind all these guys when they were all tied yesterday. So now let me just quickly talk about the bad games before we look at at the standings. Pacers beat the Wizards 104-98. Cleveland beat Chicago 135-113. Orlando beat Atlanta 119-112. That one, I guess, is a little bit significant because they're the 7 and 8 seed, and Orlando kind of now sealed the 7 seed. I guess technically they didn't seal it because if they lose every game and Atlanta wins every game, I hate when it's like basically sealed, but it's not technically. Like, I think tonight with Boston's win over the Knicks, they officially sealed the 2 seed. but, like 9 game back, they weren't gonna, like, get the 2 like, it's just silly. Anyway, and Brooklyn beats the Pelicans 119 to 114, probably the most significant game of the day. Alright, standings. So, let's go to the West. Rockets have sealed the 2 seed. Can't catch up to the Rockets, okay? So now it's a fight for the 3 and 8 seed. Lakers, 48 and 31, have a 1-game lead above Clippers, Nuggets, Warriors, and Grizzlies, who are all tied for 47 and 32. The tiebreaker is Clippers, Nuggets, Warriors, Grizzlies. And the Timberwolves are 1 game behind all of them with the 8th seed at 46 and 33. I think that you can pretty much say now the Suns have lost. It's not official. They're not officially eliminated, but there's 3 games left and there's 3 games back. So they would need to win 3 and the Mavericks to lose 3. I don't think that's going to happen. The Suns play the Thunder, Spurs, and Kings. I don't think they're going to lose. That's a 1 and 2 or 0 and 3. And the Mavericks play the Lakers, Raptors, and Grizzlies. That's at least 1 or 2 wins. So I think that you could officially say the Suns are eliminated from the play-in. But still, this West, I can never remember the West being this exciting. Even the Timberwolves and the Lakers, who are the 3 and 8 seed, they're only up 2 games. So yeah, there's like with the Lakers lost tonight. So this is huge. I think what everyone's rooting for is a Lakers Clippers first round matchup. I don't think they've ever played in the playoffs.
I think also it's so much fun with like even Luka's history against the Clippers also. Like,
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
so many good storylines.
Yeah, so we shall see. Tonight, let's do a little preview. Tonight, we have who are the important games? Okay, Lakers Dallas. So Lakers with a win, really, really, really important for the 3 seed, and Dallas with a win eliminates the Suns from contention. Denver Sacramento is really just Denver really needs this win. First game with a new coach. Golden State San Antonio. Golden State needs a win. LA Houston. LA needs the win. The rest of the games are not important for seeding or for anything. Okay.
One quick question, just as a bit. I'm perplexed by the Atlanta Hawks, and I wanted to know, genuine answer, thinking about it for a second, not the Knicks, don't give me the Knicks. What would the Hawks need to do, / who would they need to add? And I understand they're 37 and 42 right now. Who would they need to do, like, what would they need to do for the next season for you to feel like they're actually a good basketball team potentially that can, like, be competitive?
I don't understand. How could the answer here be the Knicks?
No, I'm saying I don't want it to be like, obviously if they add Carl Anthony Towns.
I was so confused. I was like, how is I was like trying to I was about to say the Knicks, but then I was like, how could the
Doesn't
answer
work
be the
there.
Knicks if like
They have to add the Knicks.
can I give a hot take?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just bring Jalen Johnson back, like draft well, and like you have something here, you know? Maybe some, like, savvy moves in the offseason, like one of those, like, I don't know whose contract's up, but, like a Bruce Brown type, like, these just, guys, I don't know who's like, not don't go after the Paul George of this offseason. Like, it's like, go after, like, a
Yeah.
savvy veteran, like a Marcus Smart. If, like, just, like, smart vets and, like, build a team around Jalen Johnson, around Dyson Daniels, Okongwu, Trae Young as, like, just whenever you need him, he's there. Like, I like this team without doing any moves and just draft well and be smart. Like, I actually like the Hawks. I think the injuries ruined their season.
Right. Someone said that if they kind of stay the course, they could really see them next year being 6th seed.
Sure. Yeah. If Jalen Johnson and like Ricochet is gonna get better, like I like their team. Like I'm not sure they need to like do much. Yeah, I guess we shall see. Okay, that was the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. I want to thank you, Levy, for co-hosting and producing. I want to thank you for listening.